Okay. You ready? Yalla. Want to close the door? Yeah. Next time we can record it from home.
Am I invited?
Oh. Okay. So.
Oh, someone is coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you do it so well.
Hey.
Is this the women's event?
Yeah, women. Yeah.
You can leave the door open.
The door open? Okay, we'll leave it open.
One
It's
young man. I said, he didn't look like one of the women's event. And I said, he says it's upstairs.
okay. So we're all getting ready for Pesach now, and the ladies are really getting into the atmosphere, and the husbands can feel it, right? And the women are building their own customs. Each one has his own way of cleaning the house. Some people have boxes, others have, b'kitzur. Each one is having his own way of cleaning the house. And when we learn the halachot, we see that 90%, put it that way, 90% of the work has nothing to do with Pesach. But it's a great opportunity for Pesach. Why? Because we don't clean every week. We clean only once a year. So we take advantage. Okay, we're going to clean the house. Why not? Let's clean it from not only from chametz, just clean the house also from dirt and other things. So that's why women are really cleaning a lot. And this custom is written in the books that we should not rebuke the ladies for doing it, because it's a good custom, because in the books it says that the women will scratch the floor and clean this and clean that. It's not necessary, but it's a good thing to do. Okay. So the main place, the big job, the big work that we have is not the house, it's the kitchen, because we're eating in the kitchen. The children are eating there, we're baking there, cooking there, the sink, right? From there, from the kitchen, it goes out to other places, the rooms, upstairs, downstairs. But the main place is the kitchen. So that's why we have to focus, today we will focus on the kitchen. We'll see if later on maybe we'll learn the other things. So the Shulchan Aruch says that the only place where we have to clean is a place where we think there is chametz. If you have a storage room, for the entire year you didn't bring chametz into that place, right? You don't have to clean it for Pesach. You want to clean it, you can clean it.
So we're talking about chametz gamur, not just something that.
Yeah, any chametz. If if there's a place where that you didn't go inside. If you have children, then you never know. But
from an Ashkenaz, we're talking about like chametz, like bread. But if it's something like rice,
rice is not chametz. Yeah,
it is. We don't eat it, but it's not.
It's not chametz. Yeah, chametz is the definition of chametz is from 5 species. Okay, wheat, barley, oat, rye, and spelt. Right, five species. Okay. Other things are not kesel chametz. Rice is not chametz. It's not for the family of 5 grain or 5 species. Okay, and of course, if you know that you only eat rice there, you don't have to search if you're sure about it. Okay, sometimes you drive the children there, and there's, or even yourself, you eat a snack, and there's a piece of chametz goes all the way down to where the bricks is. So now you're gonna. It's very difficult to dig there, to reach that place, okay? You don't have to clean it. Yeah, but you can scream ahead, there's chametz in the car, so what? I can't get there. So it's 2 things. Or you never ate in that place chametz, or you cannot reach there. Right? For another example, the fridge, sometimes when you open the freezer, when you open it, at the beginning of the fridge, there is kind of a net. And sometimes you put inside bread, and you can see crumbs, right? Nobody will on Pesach say, you know what, I'm going to open it now, I'm going to eat it. Nobody will touch it. On the week, during the year, we don't touch it. So it goes out saying that on Pesach, one should not touch. So the suggestion is to pour this some soap or something, right, liquid, and ruin the taste of the chametz. So that's the two important things that we need to be aware of. First, only places where you're concerned that chametz went into, okay, then you have to clean. You have to make sure it's clean. If you want to clean it for other reasons, wonderful. But it doesn't need to, you don't have to clean it for Pesach. Okay, you clean it other day. And the second thing is place where you cannot reach, like this net or like this car. Chametz is in a place where you're not gonna get it. You have to clean it for Pesach. Okay, so that's more or less the two principles that we need to be aware of. Okay, let's talk about the oven. There's some people have two ovens, one for Pesach and one for the weekdays during the year. Right? There's a story about a person that was trying to smuggle ovens into the borders, and he had with him 5 ovens. Okay, so the how do you call the people that standing the policeman or whatever, the border, yeah. So they ask him 5 ovens. Why do you need 5 ovens? He said, did you ever hear about Jewish people? Of course. Did you hear about Pesach, Passover? Yeah, of course. So listen, I have 2 ovens. One is milky, the second one is fleshik. Okay, so why do you have 2 more? Pesach. So okay, 1. No, Pesach also we have milky and fleshik. Okay, so why the last one? Oh, last one you're making a big deal. So what? No. So so you see that people are very careful to have a special oven for Pesach. Is that required? Is that necessary? The answer is, yeah. If you can have a special oven, why not? It's better. But not everyone can. Not everyone has a room for another oven. Not everyone can want to buy an oven. So if one has only one oven, what's the process to clean it? So there's 4-step process. The first one is to wait 24 hours and not use it. Okay. The second step is to clean it inside. The third one is
But you need to clean before you're waiting, or first?
no, first wait and then clean. First you wait and then you clean. The third step is to put it in the highest level, turn it on the highest level. Okay, and then you can use the oven, but you cannot use the trays, the baking trays. You cannot use. Why? Trays, tavniot. You cannot use it for Pesach. You have to have different trays. Okay? Some argue and say that you can leave it for there's an oven that has a system of self-clean. So it gets to 500 degrees. So that's, if one wants to be lean, you can cover the trays, yeah. But it's better to have special trays for Pesach. Now, besides the trays, what do we have in the oven? We have the rack, you call it?
Mm-hmm.
The rack, yeah? So the rack, you can use it, but you have to put aluminum foil on top of it. Okay? Hey. So that's that. And then you kosher the oven, and then you can use the oven for Pesach. So again, we wait 24 hours, we clean it thoroughly, we put it at the highest level for 20 minutes. Okay, so we spoke about the oven. So again, the oven has the 4-step process, as we mentioned, and if it has a self-clean, then the best way to use it is with a self-clean. Again, we don't want to use, we will not use the trays, okay? The trays, it's a problem because sometimes you put the bread directly on the trays, so it's
If you're putting the trays in the safe clean, it's not working.
So that's what I say. If you put it in the self-clean and then you cover it with aluminum foil, you could use it, but it's better not to use it. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the microwave. The microwave, there's no actual fire there. There's kind of what do you call it? Lasers there. All right. So what we do is we take a cup with water, we put soap inside, we put it inside. First we wait 24 hours, similar to the oven. We don't use it for 24 hours. We clean it. Then we take this cup with soap, we put it inside the microwave, and we let it run for 5 minutes. We let it run for 5 minutes, and then we can use the microwave for Pesach. Okay, similar process of the oven. Okay. Then the sink. What do we do with the sink? Sink, many times there's hot food inside. So first we clean the surface of the sink, then the sides of the sink, and we pour hot water from the kettle on the cotton top, okay? And then we don't have to cover it with aluminum foil. I know many people cover it with aluminum foil, but you don't need to, unless the cotton top is wood. So what happens is there's cracks in the cotton top wood. So in that case, if you're going to pour hot water in it, you're going to ruin it. Okay? So what we do is clean it, not with hot water, and then cover it with aluminum foil. Okay? But if you have a marble cotton top, so you just pour hot water from the kettle, and that's enough. That's sufficient. Okay? Some people also put the plastic container inside the sink. You don't have to. What? It doesn't matter. No. If you pour hot water.
This thing is always a problem.
What?
The faucet end
The
that water comes out of, we always have problems with that.
Oh yeah, the faucet, like where water comes out. There's like a little bit, like the
No,
exact
there
point
is.
at which it comes
it's
out.
okay. We just clean it.
Just clean it.
Okay.
Yeah, just clean it. Yeah, because it doesn't come with contact with hot. Food. No, it doesn't matter. You just open it. You open it, clean it, and that's enough. Okay. Now, what do we do with the dishwasher? Look at the dishwasher, the Madiach Clean dishwasher, right? Okay. So this is a bit complicated because there's many companies. So check your own dishwasher if you want to use it for Pesach. Some people will say, okay, forget about it, just leave it. But if you want to use it for Pesach, then you have to clean it, okay? And if there's let it run for one circle,
But
And-
so you need to clean it if you're letting that run.
what?
It is
No, because
clean.
sometimes you have to clean it with soap, so to ruin the
Yeah,
ruin.
but you're putting soap inside when you run
Hmm?
it there. You make
But
that
there's
clean.
sometimes places that you cannot reach. Okay, the water goes onto there's where they hold the dishes, but there's some places like the corners that there's sometimes with the chametz you never know. Okay, so you clean it and then let it run for one circle, and then you can use the dishwasher for Pesach.
But you shouldn't use it for one day before you do this.
Yeah, right.
You need to wait 24 hours.
With the 24 hour. Yeah, it's better to if you used it, because the food sometimes if you use it, but if you didn't use it, then you don't have to wait because you didn't use it. Okay, but generally speaking, 24 hours cleaning it and similar to oven. Now, what do we do with the hot plate? Hot plate on we use it many times for Shabbat, and we put bread on the hot plate. So this is also a 4-step process. First, we clean it, then we plug it, and we wait until it reaches the highest level, and then we take hot water from the kettle, but we don't pour it when we unplug it. Then we pour hot water on the hot plate, and then we have to cover it with aluminum foil for Pesach. Okay, so there's the 4-step process with the hot plate. Yeah. Okay. Then we have the table. Okay, the table. So sometimes people are using the table without the tablecloth. Directly putting it on the table. Okay? In that case, you have to pour hot water on it, and then to cover it with 2 covers for Pesach.
But
If
if
it's
the
glass
table is
also?
made of wood, how do you?
If it's wood, then clean it and just put a tablecloth on it. But if it's not wood, let's say it's glass, let's say a different type of material.
Glass also?
Huh?
We can use glass.
Glass you can use, yeah. But
We
you
need to
have to-
cover it?
The cover it, yeah. You have to clean it and then cover it. Okay? That's the halacha, because sometimes there's food there on the table. If you clean it,
If it's glass, it's no food on it.
and if
We
you
clean
clean
it up and that's it.
if you clean it, it's okay. If it's glass, and it's okay. Yeah. But if it's metal, then it's a problem. Or if it's wood, right? If it's wood, then you have to cover it. If it's glass, you don't have to. For Sfaradim, not for Ashkenazim. For Sfaradim, we hold that the glass, even like any glass, you can use it on the weekdays, you can use it for Pesach, just need to rinse it. For Ashkenazim, glass cannot be used. But for Sfaradim, yeah, we can use glass. even if you use it during the week, during the year. Okay. So I think we covered more or less the halachot of the kitchen. Okay. Now let's talk about the books. Do we have to clean books or not? The answer is we don't have to clean books. Okay. It's good. You don't have to. Why? Because chametz, it's only if it's a size of kazait. Kazait is 28 gram. I don't think books have this size of right. Sometimes you have crumbs here, crumbs there, yeah. But benches, we should buy special benches for Pesach. Why? Because benches because sometimes they're using it with chametz, hands are dirty, and then you touch your finger, you touch your mouth. We buy different benches, okay. But books, general books in your library, you can just leave it there. You don't have to clean it. The dust, of course, is not chametz, and it's and the concern is that there's no concern that will be maybe a big size of bread that one will eat because they don't usually go in there. They don't fit there.
If your Pesach cookbook got mixed up with regular all year, can we still have it?
Yeah,
By
yeah,
this we can
but this you clean it. Make sure it's clean. Yeah. Okay. The baby chair. If you have a baby chair, this is a bit. Sometimes we put hot water on the tray, hot food on the tray, some bits and pieces. So so the principle is the way you use it. That's the same way you should kosher it. So we take hot water, we pour it on the trays, and then that's clean.
But then if it's the same principle that if you can't reach, because my granddaughter drops the food
Yeah.
all in
In the holes.
The tray is here,
Yeah.
but she drops the food behind her, under her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not so hard when you're putting it on the.
But it has the.
But you need to clean it.
Yeah, they clean it.
You
but
clean
if
it.
there's some piece that you can't get.
If you
do the
cannot
best
reach-
can.
I think the table of the high chair,
Yeah.
they need to clean it with hot water. But
Yeah, the
the
table.
Yeah, but
sides,
No, but
sometimes,
she's
like
talking
the
about
leg-
places where you cannot reach.
Yeah, where you can't.
Or you
Really,
try your best to reach it, and if you cannot, you can leave it there. That's we mentioned at the beginning of the class. Yeah. If you can't reach, you can't reach. It's not. You don't have to get crazy. When I was a child, I thought you're not allowed to have, one piece of chametz. Now I remember as a child, I went to somebody's house. He had a huge, big library, and I asked my mother, "Poor guy, he needs to clean all this for Pesach." Later on, I learned that you didn't have to clean anything. Okay, I mean, so many books, he needs to clean it over for Pesach. Okay, so now the fridge. What about the fridge? The fridge also, everything is cold in the fridge. Okay, so you don't really have to clean it. You don't have to really have to clean the fridge. So we just need, you just of course need to clean it. It was like you clean any other thing with water, cold water even, because there's no hot water there. Okay, nobody brings inside, and even if they bring, sometimes they make hot food, they put it inside the fridge, but it decreases. Doesn't stay that way. Okay, so and also when it's always cold, then it doesn't absorb the heat, the chametz, and that's why you just need to clean it, and that's okay. Freezer, of course, you don't have to clean. You clean basic cleaning. Make sure there's no chametz there, no whiskey, nothing. Yeah, you make sure it's clean, and it's okay because it doesn't come in contact with hot water. Okay, forks, spoons, knives. No, let's first talk about the forks and the spoons. Let's say you don't want to have a new set for Pesach. Do you have a new set? I don't know. If let's say you don't have a new set, you want to use it for Pesach, then since most time we use it with a second vessel, we don't really put the spoon inside the pot on the fire, right? So that's why you can.
and if you put it.
And if you put it even once, it doesn't matter for Sfaradim. Even if you put it sometimes, since the majority of the way of using it is with second vessel,
Tasting the food, I think.
it doesn't matter. The majority of the way of using it for Ashkenazim is different. For Ashkenazim, even if you use it once, then you have to kosher with it. So, it's better to do the best way for Ashkenazim and Sfaradim is to take a big pot, put water inside, and after it's bubbling, you take the forks, you take the knives, the spoons, you put it inside, and that's okay for Ashkenazim, Sfaradim. It's wonderful. Okay, if you want to use the same vessels. Okay, some people buy new sets. Again, with glass, for Sfaradim, just rinse it, clean it. For Ashkenazim, they cannot use it. Okay? So I think we covered most of the materials in the kitchen. Okay, the countertop, the sink, the dishwasher, oven. We spoke about the oven.
What
We
about
spoke
all
about the
the
hot plate.
stuff, the food processor and all this stuff that you're using just for
What do you use? Blender,
blender?
mixer. Okay, mixer. Good, good. So mixer. So it depends how you use it. If you used it with spicy food, with chametz, then you have to put this, what do you call it? The metal on below the knife, right? The sharp knife on the bottom of the mixer. You have to put it in hot water, okay? But if you didn't use it for, if you know you didn't use it for spicy food with chametz, spicy food mixed with chametz, then you can just rinse it, clean it, and that's okay. That's the mixer. And then you can use it also for Pesach, yeah. Since it was only used for cold.
If it's plastic
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah, you don't have to kosher it. What?
If it's plastic pieces.
Again, the same thing. The plastic, same. Since it was used only with cold food, even if it was very, very, very fast, and
Yeah,
sometimes,
but if I crack a biscuit or I made the dough
yeah,
and
with
just make
spices, cookies
Salt.
with spices,
salt.
huh?
No,
Because spices usually it's considered as it's hot. Okay, so that's why we restrict only if it's spicy.
You mean spices or devar
Harif, sharp food.
So
Yeah,
cinnamon
Onion
is
would
okay.
cinnamon is
but-
okay, but
Onion would count.
Red
onion is
pepper,
spicy.
but red
It's
pepper.
considered sharp, yeah. So if you mixed in the blender onions, then take it and put it in this big pot, okay? That I mentioned. A big
If
pot
it's
on
just
the
onions, just I'm using it for
only onions without chametz, no problem. What's the problem? Is onions chametz?
No.
No, right? The onions with the chametz, that's what causes them it causes this problem. So that's the way to kosher a mixer, okay? What else do we have? A blender, I mean. What else do we have? I think we covered most of the things.
The grates on the oven, you did that?
Okay.
The stove.
The stovetop, you're correct. So here we have 3 different types of how do you call it? The induction, how do you call it?
Induction.
Induction, and the regular one. Okay, so the regular one is very simple. You take the the black thing,
Grates, I guess, or what do you call them? Maybe the burners.
the burners. Sorry, you take the burners, and you pour hot water on it, and you kosher that way. Then you put it back, and you turn it on for 5 minutes. You turn it on for, again, you take the burners, you pour hot water on it from the kettle, and you put it in the nagelwasser, you put it in a big, something. You pour hot water on it, and then you put it back, and you turn it on for 5 minutes until it consumes all the potential or whatever taste of chametz that we have there.
That works for a gas range.
Gas, yeah.
But what about for electric?
Okay, let's talk about electric.
מה עם הקיריים עצמם?
Oh, okay, so the kiraim, what do you call the kiraim? How do you say it?
כן, אבל זה...
The grate on
The grate on top of it. So what we do is we pour hot water on it, and then we put around the thing that holds the pot, the 4 things that's sticking out, right? The 4 metals that's sticking out. You cover it with aluminum foil on the corners.
On an electric cup?
Yeah. No.
regular ones, the
On the regular one, the gas one. Okay. The electric one is a different story. Electric one, you clean it you clean it thoroughly. You turn it on, and then it's okay. But the induction one, the way it works is that as soon as you put the pot on it, it turns on, right? It's a magnet. As soon as
I have one.
okay, so the way it works, as soon as you put the pot on it, it turns on. In that case, the way to kosher it is the same way. You take a pot with water inside. You put some water on the bottom of the pot. You put it on the induction thing, and you leave it that way for 5 minutes, and then you can use it.
So the pot you put on it should already have been koshered for Pesach?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Okay.
A clean one.
So then, once you have made that for Pesach and you put it on to make the stove kosher for Pesach, do you have to re-kosher the pot?
No. You don't have to really kosher the pot. Yeah. Okay.
Depends on how often I do it.
Yeah.
Do you hold by taping the cabinets shut? Because I just think it's so helpful. I used to clean for years and put
The cabinet
aluminum
shut,
foil.
and you put all
Now I clean it, but then I close it.
close it, and what's inside?
But
Chametz.
no, we clean it, but
then we just don't use it.
Okay, good.
Or the dishes.
Yeah, all the dishes, all the pots. Yeah, if you close it, you write on it kasher Pesach, and you know you're not going to use it for Pesach. Wonderful. Yeah, you take all the, and you go and you bring the Pesach dishes upstairs or downstairs, right? And and then you can use it. You just close it. Close it. Yeah. Some even hold that you can even put actual chametz inside if it's closed. Yeah, because we're selling the chametz. So the thing is, what we're doing is like a three-step process here. We are searching the chametz, we're nullifying the chametz in our heart, and we're also selling the chametz. So we don't have to get crazy. We're doing three
Are we
things.
allowed to leave a real chametz?
Yeah, if you need. It's not recommended, but since we're selling the chametz, if it's blocked with a partition 10 tefachim high, it's like 80 centimeters. Okay, if it's blocked, then you can leave it at home. Yeah. During COVID, when there was a lot of problems with food, the rabbis came up with a psak that you're allowed to keep chametz on during Pesach if you're selling it, as long as you have this petition. Better not to, out of concern that maybe somebody will eat it. But you don't have, yeah. So the problem is that it belongs to you. Let's say, give you an example. If a goy comes to your house and he's eating his own bread, in my house. Is that okay or not? It's okay. Somebody's coming to fix your air condition. Okay, and he goes into your house and he's eating a pita. And you say, oh, it's Pesach. How can he eat a pita? So what? It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to him. I know. People will not feel comfortable with it. As long as he's eating in a different table, not the same table, he's eating in pita, but you don't have to embarrass him. You don't have to, it's okay.
Yeah, because he may not fix your.
Maybe not fix your air condition, yeah?
We can survive 8 days with it.
Okay, and so I think we covered most of the things. I would like to next time, I don't know what next time, because Odelia was supposed to be, she's organizing more now, she gave birth. Baruch Hashem, Mazal Tov. So we'll talk about if we have time, we'll talk about other things like what are the things that requires kashrut. We go to Stop and Shop, we go to Super Fresh, there's some things that, like plastic utensils, those things, for instance, don't need kashrut. I'm gonna get crazy. Yeah, no.
You see
But
how
if it's
many,
touch the food.
how many rabbis' names are on the aluminum foil,
It's for no
plastic, that they certify, and it, to me, it just seems.
Also on the shampoo and.
Yeah, the shampoo, all those
It's
things.
like whatever the dog won't eat, and I've had dogs my whole life.
And they don't eat
And
them
they
no
eat a
foil.
lot of funny things, but they don't eat shampoo. They've never eaten soap. They've never, they don't eat this.
Right. So there's a list. I will send it on the group. But most of the things that we buy doesn't require kashrut.
You mean like olive oil and stuff like that? There's like a list they put out.
Yeah. We have a list.
From year to
Huh?
year? Does it change from year to year?
No, it's a new one.
Okay.
I just got it yesterday. So I'm gonna share it with you so that we know what to buy or not to buy. Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time, Hashem. Thursday also we have a class. Thursday, yeah. I think the last class before.